September came pretty quickly. What happened to January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August? I was just in August. I was writing July. I was actually writing April. And now, where are we? Hey, this is Labor Day weekend, guys. Here we are at Labor Day weekend. Let's see if anyone's in here with me. Are you here? Oh, Scotty's here, Roy is here, and Peter is here. At least that's what it looks like. So, welcome to the Christmas room. I so appreciate you being here. Welcome to the Christmas room. Well, it is September 1st, and it is Friday. And you are there and I am here. So Roy says, first here, that's new. Scott says, corned beef, Reuben sandwiches, onion rings. I haven't had an onion ring in a long time. Pickle spears and some cherry tomatoes. Enjoy. Here is Lewis, camera junkie, Mr. Or actually, junkie camera Mr. or Mr. Camera junkie. So you'll have to pick out which way you would like it to be. Jeff is here. Oh, we're just coming in from Brisbane. Good day, Peter from Brisbane. I am off to the south of New Zealand tomorrow for a week. Is that a drivable thing, or is this like a boat, by plane, by car, by, how else, camel? And, all right, so where are you going there for? Is it family? Is it for family and friends, or for business, or a combination? I'm not quite sure. So welcome to the Christmas room. You know, when I was doing my shows for years, okay, for years and years and years, I was one of the few people that was standing up. And then I went to sitting down. And I think I like standing up better. Actually, the show seemed a little more lively when we were doing the standing up. So I am standing up, but wait, I have designed it, I've redesigned it, I've moved the cameras around, and I have set it up so that basically we have kind of like two sets in here. Okay, so I can come up to the Christmas desk. I've got the lav mic on, which gives me the freedom to fly around. Sammy is here, I see you, Sammy. Peter, it's great to see you. Sammy, I love you. Thank you for being here. So, not only did I move the chair around, and the microphone, well, there's a mic back there, but I'm going to use the lav mic tonight, all right? Not only did I do that, I kind of moved and jostled the cameras around. Okay, so you're kind of like my test subjects. So I can tell you the first problem that I have right now. There's a cable that I don't like under my feet. And it's because I feel it through my shoe, and it ain't right. It just ain't right, okay? So feel free to comment on what you think. Feel free to comment on skin tone colors, shirt colors, how much thinner I'm looking. Yes, I am looking thinner. Okay, so I can walk around here. I'm glad Sly's not here because she would be yelling at me because cable management is not functioning. Who's in the cable department? Scott? Sammy? Roy? Lewis? Who is running the damn cables? They're all over the place. I thought I cleaned it up. I guess I didn't. Shh, don't tell anybody. And when Sly came here to visit me and she was in here, Peter, cable management, what is wrong with you? Well, she was right. Okay, so let's get back to the people here. My buddies, my friends, my brothers and sisters. Scotty is, of course, bringing in the food, okay? So he says, hey, what the hell is that? Oh, I didn't lock the cameras. Wait, just hold it. The cameras are unlocked. So let's go to the Sony and let's lock. The Sony is locked. Okay, now the Sony is not locked. So I will lock all the cameras. You guys that are into Ecamm, you know what I'm doing. because if you don't do that, when you change cameras, you wind up shutting down the comment. And that's not good. You don't want that, okay? So Ecamm users, watch Peter make mistakes, and then you don't have to make the same mistakes. So I'm locking all the cameras. The reason they're unlocked is I had to go and change all the tags, because the tags, they weren't right. I changed not only the cameras, I changed the lenses, okay? So now I'm going to go over to the Nikon. Now I'm on the Nikon, and now I'm going to put Scotty up there. And I'm going to see if he disappears, because he was telling me what we're going to be eating tonight. Corned beef, Reuben sandwiches, onion rings, which, when's the last time you had an onion ring? Seriously. Unless you are just eating onion rings on a daily basis, okay? So onion rings, pickle spear. You know what a pickle spear is? That's when they cut it kind of like in quarters. So you could take a pickle, you cut it in half, okay? That's pickle halves. Then if you cut it in quarter, some places like Clausen pickles, they're called spickles. They're called pickle spears, and some places they're quarters. Now I think the Clausen pickles, which is in the refrigerator section, are called pickle spears. Okay, so where did he go? Scotty said, and some cherry tomatoes. Enjoy. So Roy is here, and he said first. I am here first. Maybe he was. I don't know if he was here first. I'd have to go back and look, but does it matter? But everybody is first. You're first. In my heart, you're all first, okay? So Roy is here, and Lewis is here. Lewis has a channel. Mr. Camera Junkie, where are you? He's got Aiden sitting by his feet, playing with his toys. Hi, Aiden. How you doing, big boy? I love you, big guy. And you too, Lewis, and everybody. And now the cables aren't under my feet. I feel so much better. I really do. Okay? So, but look at, the hair is sticking up. You know, when we get some money, I'm going to get a hairdresser. That's all there is to it. I'm just not going to screw with this hair. And I like long hair. So if the next guy that thinks he's going to write, cut it short, ain't going to happen. I'm a product of the 60s and the 70s. You had hair down to here. Hair, hair, everywhere hair. My hair is afraid. Okay, anyway. So, Mr. Camera Junkie said hello. I think I said hello to him. Roy said, good day, Peter. How you doing, Roy? How's your winter going? And Jeff was telling me, good day from Brisbane, and I'm off to south of New Zealand tomorrow for a week. I might bitch and moan a little bit about the damn cables tonight, okay? And I don't mean to be getting out of hand with my mouth, but they're getting to be a little bit annoying, all right? I did clear one out. 1 out of 20, so that's not a good whatchamacallit. And then I had come all the way down to my big boy, Sammy. Peter, it's good to see you. I have been waiting to tell you some news. Oh, what did you buy? What did you do? What are you doing, Sam? Come on, tell me. I can't sit all night. I got to go to potty, okay? So Sammy is going to share some news with us. And Roy is talking to Jeff. Okay. And Sammy says, 2 sets with Peter. Oh, yeah, I did tell you about the second set. So with the first set, I can walk around. Now, I just got to kind of pay attention a little bit as to which camera is which, because one is kind of like shooting this way, and if I walk over here, I'm out. See? Now, the other one, which is on the other side of the room, is shooting this way, and when we get to that, if I walk over here, I'll be out, because it wants to see down to the piano. So over here is the piano set, and over here is, well, this is a hot plate. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, so this is on wheels. I could roll this out, and if I want to do a cooking show in the Christmas room, I can actually roll this out, and I could stir up a pot of something that I'm probably not allowed to eat. All right? Plus, I've got Jingle Bell's chair over here. So you guys know the set. This is not something new. And then if I want to sing Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. Okay, so this is the big walk around, Peter walks around set. Okay, but what if Peter, that's me, okay, what if I want to sit down? Okay, no, Scotty says don't sit down. Stand up and testify. Where is my trampoline? Stand up and testify. Stand up and testify. Oh, I need to check and see. Is the mic on? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm looking at my mixing board. Now's a good time to check and see if the mic is on, right? After I'm in the show for 10 minutes. Who's in charge around here? Get rid of him. So we were to Scotty. I better start putting stars so I can remember where I was. Jim, I was hoping you'd come in here. I got something to ask you guys, okay? And Jim is who started it, all right? And Jim, it's nothing that you did, buddy, all right? I just happened to think of you. I'm thinking with the brain, I do have a brain. I actually use it sometimes, all right? I would like to talk to Jim and record it. Do I have my phone in here? Yeah. Or Randy, or Scott, or Sammy, you know? And not now, okay? But I have a question coming up. So I'm leading up to a question. So kind of pay attention a little bit. All right? You don't have to pay attention, but I'm kind of asking. So I'm going to use Jim, kind of like to pick on him for a second because he can take it, okay? So if I was going to talk to Jim Monday and I wanted to record it and then edit it out so it actually sounds interesting, I would want to talk to anybody here on the phone during the week. No pressure, no, no putting anybody on the spot. Okay, that won't be live. Let's put it that way. And you'll know. We'll prearrange it. So I got like, hey Jim, how you doing? Let me put you on speakerphone real quick. Okay, this is pretend. Okay, so everybody calm down. This is pretend. I'm very demonstrative, so I'm showing you what I want to do. So I get Jim, and I'll say, hey, Jim, how you doing? You had or have or bought and returned a camera. What camera was it? And Jim's going to tell me, well, Peter, I bought the R8, all right? And I'm going to want to get into a conversation. Let's say he received it. I don't think that Jim actually received the R8 when he ordered it, okay? So let me say this more like an adult rather than trying to talk to a kindergarten, okay? I want to start a thing on the big channel where I talk to somebody that really bought a camera rather than all the YouTubers. Boy, that's a close-up. Who put that in here? Let's fix that real quick. Okay, can you give me a second, guys? Okay, so this is way in your face. Okay, I like in my face, but just a little bit much. Hello? All right. So what I want to do is introduce to the bigger audience on the big channel where I actually talk to someone that bought a camera. What do you think of it? What's your favorite part? What don't you like? Do you want to return the camera? You know, are you planning on keeping it? I want to make it real. That's what I want to do to make it different. Okay. So Sammy has bought a Sony A7, I think, Mark II. Well, one of the Sonys. Okay. So there must be some stuff that Sammy likes about the camera. Or Randy, he's got an A7c, and they just came out with an A7c Mark II, which is what this show is labeled. So what I want to introduce to the my audience, and in turn the bigger audience, is having actual conversations with people that really bought the camera, rather than, oh, this is what I think, or I'm holding it up and I like it so much, and I sound like a commercial, like for 5, 10, 15 minutes, okay? Well, I don't want to sound like a commercial, okay? I don't mind it. I've done it for years. Justin, Baby Back Maniac, the barbecue channel. He's a really close friend. and he's got a new channel called Baby Back Maniac Leftovers. So he bought the Canon R8. Canon's a big name, right? If we had 10 people in the room and all 10 of us were going to buy cameras, 4 of us would buy a Canon. 3 would buy a Sony, 2 would buy a Nikon, and everybody else is left in the dust, all right? That is the way the market is divided. So I know, okay, so this is kind of like advance warning. Justin bought the R8, sent it back. He didn't like it. And after he sent it back, he bought it again. Now, I think having a conversation with Justin and me recording, you know, kind of like I've done before, would be interesting. So here's my question. I said all that to ask a question. And I'm going to write this down. I'm going to go back and I'm going to rewatch this show. And I'm going to write down your name on a piece of paper. So it'll be, I'll just start with Justin because I know what he bought, okay? So Justin, and his answer would be the Canon R8. So here's my question to you, okay? And I'm going to write it down. If you were going to have a conversation with me, what camera would you like to converse about? And it's got to be a camera that you have in hand. I don't want, oh, I like this and I like that. We got all that. All the YouTube does that. I have the Sony E10, okay? This is what I like about it. And this is some things I don't like. And I want to get real users. So that's my question to you. This is where I want you to step up to your keyboard and I want you to write down what camera do you have that you use that you know. So if I ask, does this camera have image stabilization? Well, I don't know. I have to look it up at B&H. No, I want a camera that you know. So I want to put your name with a camera, and then I'm going to ask you, not right now, okay, I'm going to ask you, would you like to have a little conversation with me about the camera, where I can ask you some, what do you do with the camera? What is the highlights? Does it make you smile? Do you feel like I can't wait to get rid of it? So I want you to jot right down there, okay? Or look in the description right down there where it says the word more. Right down there, okay? Down there, the description, all right? And there, my email's down there somewhere, buried in there, all right? So that is my question. What camera do you have? And would you be willing to have a conversation with me on the telephone where I could record you, okay? Now, if you're the kind of guy that gets nervous, don't. I could put people at ease. You can ask Jim. You can ask Scotty, okay? I've talked to so many people here, and Sammy. I don't make people nervous when I talk, okay? So if it's like, yeah, I have a Sony A7. Just chill. You're talking to me, dude, okay? You know me all the way down to my socks. How many years have you been watching me? And then I'm going to record that, and I'm going to chop it up because we don't want the hems and the haws and oh, I don't know. All that'll get edited out. You like the idea? Tell me what camera you would like to talk with me about on the telephone, not live, but I will be able to broadcast that at a later date. So let's say I might do a couple of shows on the Canon R8 if you actually have that. Canon's a popular camera. What if you have a Canon R7? What if you have a Canon R6? Okay, so I want to write down Sammy and what camera you want to talk about. I want to write down Jim and what camera he's got in hand. Okay, so if you're willing to part, this is my family, this is my group where I can come to you and say, this is what I want to do. Can I interview you about a camera? And it's going to be a regular conversation. This is not an interview where it's a gotcha, okay? But I do want you to know your camera a little bit. So I'm asking that question. Start typing and tell me. Okay, so let me get back here. So Jim says, hi Peter and gang, happy Friday and wish you all a great and happy Labor Day weekend. How many here, raise your hands, used to go to sleep on Sunday night and watch the Jerry Lewis telethon, the Labor Day thing, and just stay up all night and half the morning the next day watching Jerry Lewis? I did that for years. It was one of the best entertainments around. He would bring with him everybody that wanted to help contribute to muscular dystrophy by showing up. Okay, so you would have, you know, even Dean Martin came on and shocked the hell out of us. Okay, so Labor Day weekend, should I start a telethon? We'll start it right now. What time is it? It is Friday, September 1st at 10:21, and we'll log off at 5 p.m. on Monday. You want to do it? You want to do it? Well, the answer is no. I'm not doing that. You know, I might be a little bit crazy, but I'm not that crazy. All right, so Scotty, I thought those cables on the floor was just the leftover spaghetti. Yeah, I've been getting very, very dirty with my eating. Sammy says it's been a week for school, and so far, I like college. Okay, so Sammy is in college, and we need to support the man, okay? That's what we're here for, to support each other. If you're not here to support each other, go to bed. Go sit in your chair and fall asleep, okay? We're here like family, and I want you to support the other people here. So it's a good thing. So Sammy is going to film school. He bypassed college where they brainwash you into one type of political thinking. So you raise your kids up to be just the way you want them. Then you ship them off to college where they screw them all up and make a stronger word than screw. Yeah, I'm thinking the F-bomb, okay? So you get your children, they've got your values, they're happy. Then they go, you ship them off to college, you spend a lot of money, and they screw their brains up, okay? Well, Sammy didn't do that. Sammy is going to film school. He's going to come out and he's going to be able to make movies. And Sammy has a head on his shoulders anyway, so they're not going to play with his mind. So I have a confidence in Sam. I love you, Sammy. Okay, so he has started school. He's going to film school. He's going to do what you and I have only dreamed about, okay? We want to make a short film. We might have an idea. How many of you guys have an idea for a short film? Okay, so anyway, back to the drawing board. Mark Sager is here. There he is. How you doing, Mark? Mark is a carpet cleaner. He's a good personal friend now. And he had invited me 2 years ago. I'm a retired photographer. I have a YouTube channel. And I'm speaking at a national convention of carpet cleaners. Because Mark pushed me into the stage. And I'm standing there going, I did okay, honestly. I made a lot of jokes, made them laugh and stuff like that. So I got my pen and paper in hand, okay? You heard me. I asked you a question. I'm hoping some of you guys are going to answer, okay? So hi, Mark. I love you. Thank you for being here. And he's got two of the cutest little dogs, and I just follow him for the dogs. And his son-in-law, his name is Aaron. What a wonderful guy. One of the best guys you ever want to meet. Personality, skill set. He's not like verbose like me. I can talk and never shut up, okay? His name is Aaron, all right? But he knows his stuff. I mean, these guys have carpet cleaning channels, and they get out there and they show you, I'm going to clean the carpet. I'm going to show you how, and this and that. And here you've got Aaron, very soft-spoken, mild-mannered. He calls him the boy wonder, okay? And all he's got to do is clean the carpet. All you got to do to get a college education is watch Aaron at work. And that is Mark Sager's son-in-law, okay? So the team there, and I think he's in Michigan, okay? If you get them to clean your carpets, you've got the top in the whole country, okay? So one of the things that Mark Sager taught me, this is Mark Sager. Okay, so if you want to see his channel, there, his name is in red. I'll put it back up, okay? So his name is in red. He bought the Canon R6 because I recommended it. He said, Peter, what camera should I get? I want to have more of a YouTube presence. I want my face out there. I want to talk about my company. I want to talk about, he's created carpet cleaning chemistry. So if you spill coffee on your carpet, here's a word of advice. Don't clean it up with anything other than paper towels. And then call a carpet cleaner. Don't get Resolve. Don't get bleach. Well, that's a stupid thing. If you put bleach on your carpet, you've got a problem. What can I tell you? All right? Don't be using that commercial stuff, because Mark says over and over the biggest problem with these stains is what the people have tried to use to clean them up. It just screws everything up. So if you dirty your carpet, call a carpet cleaner or go to Mark's channel and write it in the comments. Hey, Mark, I spilled this. What do you think I should do? He'll answer you. He really will. He reads his comments. I write the stupidest things and he answers me every time. Okay? So he bought a Canon R6. And I think about a month and a half later, they came out with the R6 Mark II. I said, Mark, you want to change it and get the R6 Mark II? He said, no, I absolutely love this camera. So sometimes I make a good recommendation. All right, so that's Mark Sager. David is here all the way out from California. How you doing, David? So I washed my hair 3 days ago, but I styled it tonight. I was at the dollar store, and they make a hairbrush, David, where there are slots in it. So when you blow, you turn your hair and you blow, the air goes through the brush. How cool is that? I wish I invented that. So, hi, David. I love you, big boy. I wanted to call you this week, but I didn't, obviously. But anyway, he's saying hi to Peter. He goes live. He'll be walking down the street. He'll pick up his phone and go live. He'll pick up his camera and go live. So that his name is David. 365 days of, and the rest of it is surfing, okay? So he'll go live. So most of our group in here is used to being on the air, okay? So Jeff, no, I am flying to New Zealand, and it's about a 3-hour flight. Is it that far? I thought you guys were like neighbors. But overseas from Brisbane to the south of New Zealand. No, I'm going with a friend. Cool beans. So David is saying hello to everybody. And you know what? Everybody's saying hello back to you too, David. I like school except for most of the teachers and all of the students. And boy, you ain't kidding. So David is saying hi. Good day to Roy. It's G-D-A-Y, not gay day. Did you mean to do that, David? David's not like that, so he didn't mean to do that. He didn't. He's not Australian. He's Californian, and maybe he's right. Okay. Maybe California is a pretty heavy gay area. I don't know. I haven't been to California in many years. When I went to California, I actually went to 2 shows. Because when you go to LA and that area there in Hollywood, you can get tickets for shows. So I saw Night Court with Bull. Okay, remember the cop, Bull? And who was it? Harry, somebody. Harry. So I saw that show. And I saw the comedy, ER, with Elliot Gould. And boy, that guy is a method actor. If I wouldn't even know what a method actor was. Like, I'm not into acting. Well, maybe I do a little bit here, okay? Okay. I never made it in the movies, okay? And now you know why. I've let out my secret. All right, so I saw the recording of that. Elliot Gould was the most professional actor. If I had to say, wow, that's a professional actor, he was that, okay? Very precise. I didn't say that line exactly right. We're going to have to take that over again. he's the actor, and yet he's saying, I didn't like that. I was very, very entertained, honest to God, okay? So Mark is he's here. Mark is here for the food, and it's onion rings. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, and Roy is answering David back. Good day. Roy is saying that to David. 365 days of surfing. And David is saying, don't forget to like the stream, everybody. Yeah, if you haven't given it, oh, we got 10 thumbs up. These guys, everybody is trained. Okay, that's like, you're here, like me. So David is giving us a Bible verse. The first shall be last, the last shall be first. And you know what, David? You're 100% right. Okay, so Sammy said, I started using a new editing software, and it is Avid Media Composer. That is a editing suite or software that the pros use. Okay, and that's why he's in school. Guess what? He's moved out of whatever editing, and now he's using the editing software that the pros use. So Sammy is going to be able to make a full motion picture. I can't wait. He's already made a couple of shorties, okay? I call them shorties. What do you call them? What's the right word for it, Sam? But he's made some short form, like, it's not a movie, it's something. Not a skit, it's a show, okay? I don't know what you call it, it's something. So Sammy's using Avid Media Composer. That's high end. Do you get it at a lower price because you're with the school? Because that one was not too cheap, okay? So Scotty said, still getting used to the R6, but the IAF is incredible. Isn't that cool? Adapting my EF. Wait, I'm going to write this down because I might want to call you. So Scott has a Canon R6. So you're not going to get a call out of the blue cold where you don't have time to get and gather your thoughts, as the saying goes, okay? But I would like to have my show have more interaction from real hands-on users. Because these guys, Sony will take them to Hong Kong, and then Canon will fly you to Africa, and you know, and these guys become afraid. You know, if somebody flew me all the way to New Zealand, like let's say Jeff said, I'm going to pay your way, you think I'm going to say something negative about Jeff? No. So I think we need some real world interaction. And it's not designed to bash any camera. I don't do that. Well, I do a little bit, okay? But it's actually to have a conversation about that camera so other people that are looking to buy a camera will get some actual mouth time, ear time with a person, hey, I have this camera. Okay, so what do I like about this camera? Okay, just to give you an example. This is the Sony E10. I didn't realize how much I liked this camera until I started putting it to use. I showed me cutting the grass. I showed me washing my hair. I did kind of like a little bit of a vlog style. And you know what I found out? Something that Sly has been telling me all along, okay? I want a light camera. I want it very light, okay? So I don't have to, my arm is killing me. So she's right. Now this is the kit lens. Now most of the time we pee on the kit lens. In other words, we don't put much value on the kit lens. So you know what? My favorite lens on this little camera is the kit lens. You know, it's because it's 128 grams. I can hold this up and do a song and a dance with you too, okay? So if you put, like I have one of my prize lenses is a Tamron 17 to 28, 2.8. What a magnificent lens. But if I put it on here and I walk around and I go back here and I go over there and I go to Jingle Bell's chair over here and I go to the story chair over there and I'm holding this and I'm talking to the camera, okay, and then I fling it around and show you what, my keyboard or whatever it is. It needs to be light. Otherwise, you need to be Popeye, okay? So I have a little bit of different attitude now between my I want to take it with me camera. Who was it, Roy? I think he calls it my camera, my bash camera, which means I just haul it around, okay? So if it gets banged up a little bit, it's okay. So the bash camera, okay, this would be it. If I came to your house for dinner, this is what's going to come, and I'm going to show the food that you cooked, and I'm going to show your cute face, okay? And then I'm going to talk and say, you know, Roy's hair wasn't so cool. I don't know why he didn't comb his hair. He knew I was coming, okay? So with Sony, it does something else that's very interesting. On this, I got controls. I can stop and start the recording. I never have to turn the camera around or look over here at the top. I can zoom the lens in and out. I can record, start and stop. I can stop the recording and take a picture. And if I leave the tripod open, I just hold the front handle. And then while I'm walking around, if I find some place to set the camera down, I could just keep on talking to the camera and then pick it up and continue. Because if you watch Casey Neistat, if he wasn't talking to the camera, walking like on that power board or something, he puts the camera down. So a lot of the stuff that goes on is with the camera seated somewhere. So these clothes, I could put it on a fence and I could just kind of lock it in, just like that, and talk. Now, you stick a heavy lens on the front of this, your nose heavy. It's like having a big nose. Who here has a big nose? Nobody raised their hands. You have a big nose. I have a big nose. We all have big noses. All right, so this is some hands-on experience with the E10. I want to do that with you guys, with what camera you know, so that you could tell me, hey, I like that. You know what I don't like, Peter? I don't like the fact that its stabilization sucks. I turn the stabilization on, and this is true, I'm telling you. Okay? This is the truth, I'm telling you right now. Stabilization on this camera sucks. If it was in class, it would get an F, maybe a D minus. Okay? So it's not worth using stabilization in this camera. So what do we do to get around that? That's what the show would be around. I'd have a conversation and people would be getting some real world feedback. You like? You want to participate? Tell me. Tell me what camera you own. So don't be bringing in a camera you don't own. Okay? If you can't pick up the camera and look at the menu or something, if we were talking, and I would say, oh, I don't remember where that is. Look in your menu and tell me where it is. Okay? So I'm not just offering to have a conversation with people about cameras. I want the people that I talk to bring in their experience with their camera to my show. Make sense? Okay, let's get rolling. I was just talking about you, Sly. Sly is here. Happy Friday, Peter. Happy Labor Day weekend. Peter, I will send you some of those colorful Velcro ties for your cable management, or you'd be on my case big time. I'm telling you right now, it's like I can't go from here to the chair. I didn't even show you guys. I have the chair operational, okay? Watch this. I'm going to kind of like mosey. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Put on a happy face. So you don't know what I'm doing, right? But watch. Tonight I'm Sneaky Pete. I'm Sneaky Pete. I'm going to go to the story chair, and I got 3 of my cameras all running right now for me standing up, where I could do a dance, play a little song, get down tonight. Who was that guy? All right, so I'm going to come over here, okay? And you think I'm standing? Here I am. There's Jingle Bell's chair right there, all right? So I'm going to sit down here. Oh, going to take a load off my feet, right? Yeah, I'm going to take a load off my feet. And what am I going to do? I'm going to talk to you on that camera. That's the Panasonic S5 Mark II. And I can continue the show right from here. And I've got this one camera, and it's actually giving me 4 looks from the one camera. So you'll see it, watch over here, okay? It's going to change to another camera, but it won't be another camera. It's going to be the same camera, but it's going to be cropped differently. So I can actually just sit back and just run the whole show if I choose to sit, okay? And now I've added a new dimension because besides sitting, I can actually stand. So this is a whole second set right here, okay? And Randy, if you're here, remember the light that you had me turn off? I turned it around and I turned it back on so I can get a little light on my face because I'm all the way back by the Christmas tree. I'm very, very far from the soft boxes. So now I do have to say that the words are farther. I didn't think about that part. So Roy is talking to Scotty. Sammy is saying, I also found a really good FS5, so I might get it for my short films. Thank you, Sam. There we go. I've got to remember when I'm sitting down, this is the camera we're looking at, okay? So I'm not sure, but I think I want to centerize that look a little bit. What do you guys think? How about if I move that a little more like that? Better? Okay. Testing. Can you hear me in the back? Can you hear me in the back? Okay, so short films. Sammy answered my question even though he didn't even know I was asking it. Okay, so he might, how do I shut that off? I click right there. Very good. He found a good FS5. No, FS5. I have to look that up, Sammy, so I know the specs. I keep wanting to talk there because I've been trained for years now to talk there. It's over there. Hello, let's wake Peter up. Ouch. Okay, so let's record it sometime on a phone call. So I need to talk to Sam. Sam, what camera you got me? What am I writing you down for? It's got to be a camera you own. I want hands-on experience with a real person that has the real camera. I don't want to talk, mythical or, the A7c Mark II has come out and I think I'm going to order that. No, I can do that without anybody's help. I want to talk to somebody that's holding the camera in their hand so that when the people watch that, they will get something different than they'll get anywhere else. Gerald Undone, Tony Northrup, all those guys will give you their quote-unquote wisdom on the camera, okay? Well, you know who's got the wisdom on the camera? The guy that's got the camera in his hand and he's been using it for a year or two, okay? That's the wisdom that I want to put it. That's what that's what I'm looking for. So I'm not being negative towards anyone. I'm not being nasty either. I'm telling you what I'm actually looking for. I'm looking for people that are holding a camera in their hand. They know it. They use it. They can tell me what they like. They can honestly, without being nasty, tell me what they don't like. And I think people will find that. I would find it valuable. Like when I listened to Sly, okay, she introduced something that I didn't take it too seriously. But the more that I walk around with that camera over there, the E10, the more Sly is damn right. Don't be putting no heavy cameras and heavy lenses in my hand. I don't want to have a big muscle on this side and a little tiny muscle over here. Okay? So she has contributed to influencing me. All right, so I'm skipping over some of you guys, all right? And I'm doing that on purpose because I want to write down some of these cameras that people can talk about. Roy says he has a great brain, but he hardly ever uses it. Roy, you missed your calling in life, big guy. You need to be a stand-up comedian. One of those guys that's dry as oatmeal without milk, okay? And just say a line and just let it explode as it goes over the audience. As they start to realize what you said, it'll unravel and it'll explode and you'll hear like a big buildup of laughter as they start to understand That's a funny joke, okay? So, Sammy, I messaged you, but I never got a response about talking on the phone sometime this week. This week has been a little bit crazy for me. I've gotten into more arguments this week than I've had in years. Okay, we've got people doing fixer-upper things here. And you say, do that there, and instead they do that there. Was it my English that you didn't understand? I said, do that there. Why are you doing it there? Oh. So basically you're telling me you're just stupid, right? If I say do that there, okay, the best explanation. Here's the best one. It happened today, okay? The facial on the house. That means the little trim that goes around the top of the house. Okay, my brother decided he's getting it painted. He's painting it black. Don't ask, okay? We're in Miami. Black doesn't go anywhere, but he's painting it black. However, guess what color they painted it? Not the whole thing. They got halfway through before I happened to go out and look. White. I said, what color is that? White. Didn't you want it white? I said, I think you were told to paint it black. I think we got a 5-gallon can of black right there on the floor in the garage. Why do you think that can of black paint is there? Just to look pretty? Or did you want to paint your toes black? Oh, I didn't realize that. Ugh. I don't know. If that resonates with you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If it doesn't resonate with you, welcome to the workforce in 2023. Paint it black, they paint it white. The politics is kind of like that too. Carlos is here. We'll miss you tonight, Peter, with clients late. Have fun, everybody. Carlos is going to call me. He's going to say, Peter, I've got somebody here, and I'd like you to talk with them. Boy, am I going to talk all night long. Carlos is not going to be able to get rid of me. So what seems to be the problem? Are you upset about something? Well, let's talk about it. Most of the problems stem from you not liking what somebody said about you. You not liking what people are thinking about you. You want them to think this, and they think that, and you can't control it, and you're really pissed off. And this pissed off attitude is coming out by you not eating properly, by not sleeping properly, for you becoming irritable with your wife, you becoming irritable with your husband, and it's because other people are labeling you probably incorrectly. You don't know how to deal with that. You don't know how to process that. And now you've become a pain in the ass to everybody around you. You get your feelings hurt because you are paying close attention for them to put you down even more. And now you're in my office. Well, actually, you're in Carlos's office, and we got to talk about it for who knows, a half a year, a year. And this could cover marital problems. It can cover anxiety problems. It can cover eating disorders. It can cover you don't know how to be the right woman. You don't know how to be the right man. All of that is, if you lived on an island by yourself, you wouldn't have any of these problems. So tell me, what is your problem? And Carlos is going to go, get him off my phone. I love you, Carlos. All right, so Sammy, is the show going to talk, Peter talking about cameras? Is the show going to be talking? No, it's going to be talking, this segment of the show, okay, is going to be about me talking to Sammy about a camera that Sammy owns. And Sammy's going to get to tell me in real life what he likes about that camera that he owns. And in my show, Sammy's going to get to tell me what he doesn't like about that camera that he owns. That's what's going to be helpful to Joey. I'm picking on names that I happen to know, okay? So And when Joey listens, he's going to go like, oh, Sammy does like that camera. Maybe I should pay attention to what Sammy's saying. So that's what it's about. So Roy says, I haven't bought a camera since the Nikon Z8 in May. All right, Roy. You stuck your foot in it, Roy. Okay, Roy. Roy. Nikon Z8. Well, what are you going to do, Peter? Call me? There's something called FaceTime. Hello? And you can tell me what you like about the Z8. And I know you got more cameras than just the Z8. We might have to do two. Sammy, I would say the ZV-E10 maybe because I have created a short film. Sammy, that's perfect. I'll bet you dollar to donuts that you know what you like about the E10. And I'll bet you dollar to donuts you know what you'd like to see changed on that E10. Okay? So I put you down for the E10. I bet you we could have a really nice conversation about the E10 for, let's say, somebody that's thinking I might like Louis Lazuka. He's looking into the E10. I think if we had a little talk and you were able to tell me, I like this. I was able to take it. I did a short film with it. The clips came out really nice. In low light, I was a little disappointed. I'm making stuff up, okay? So you've got real hands-on professional level experience with the E10. So I just wrote down Sammy, E10, okay? So Mark Sager. Mark, I forgot, you got the R6. So Mark Sager, Canon. And now you've had that long enough, Mark, where you could probably tell me the things that you like about the camera, and I bet you there's a few things that you could tell me that, hey, I wish this was a little different. And people would be listening, and they'd be getting, remember when I was telling you that the R6 was a good buy? Okay. What if you could actually watch a show by a guy, some idiot named Peter Gregg, okay? And he had some other handsome, debonair young man named Mark, and he was saying, yeah, the R6, I use it in my business. I like it because of I like the 16 millimeter lens. I like the stabilization. I like this, I like that. Maybe I don't like this one particular part too much, and I don't know what it would be. You would be listening to that guy, and you would be getting some real life information, like what you do when you show the CRB, which is a machine they use in, let's move this mic out of the way. I'm not using it, okay? I'm using the lav mic right now, right? So the CRB, I fell in love with that machine because you're using it right in front of my eyes. And then you've got that wand that goes back and oh, never mind the wand, the zipper. The zipper. Oh my God, you guys know what a zipper is? You would love it. And you're in cameras and you would love it. Mark can talk all about that. Okay. So that's Mark. I wrote you down, Mark. Okay. Now, it's never a Mark Sager video unless somebody interrupts him on the phone. So I might interrupt you on the phone. And he says, yes, I watched Jerry for many years. Yep, he was a mainstay for so many years. Jim says, what does Jim say? Guess what? I didn't lock these cameras. Gonna fix that right now. Lock, 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 lock. So I got 4 different looks. Let's start over here. And I'm gonna put Jim up here. Jim, I sent you a thank you email, but I'm thanking you directly to your face in front of everybody. Okay? So Jim is going to, is a what do I call them? A donor grant giver to the main channel. Because Jim just blessed me again. Okay? So Thank you. I just wanted to thank you publicly. All right, so I really like the idea. You are correct. I did get the R8 and had it in hand. But returned it. I also have had the E10 for about a year now. And yes to Jerry Lewis. Okay. So would you say you're knowledgeable enough on the, well, you can email me, okay? You don't have to answer all that here. That you're knowledgeable enough on the E10 where you could tell me some points that might be appealing. And let's pick on Louis Lazuka for a second, because he wants to buy the E10. So if I talk to you, I would say, Jim, what is it about the E10 that really might stand out about that camera? Nothing negative, but let's say on a positive side. What would be something that maybe stands out that you are like haven't heard? And you would come back and, you know, Peter, the camera's a lot lighter than I thought it would be. I know it's not a big thing, but that becomes important, you know. So these people that are listening, and then I'd you know, edit all the boring parts out. But that's something I think people actually need to hear, is some hands-on from real things, real people that have the real camera. That's missing. All I see are these people that compare camera A with camera B, and YouTubers are always telling me, do this camera versus that camera, Peter, because people come and watch that. You know what they're hungry for? They're hungry for what Jim has to say about the E10. They're hungry for what Sammy has to say. They're hungry for what Mark has to say. Okay? So I want to try it. That's all I'm saying. So I got you down. No, I don't. What the heck is wrong with me? Jim Monday. E10, and we can even slip in some R8 in there. I like that. So Roy says he uses the Z9 and Z8 and the Z6 for quick videos. Okay. I'm talking to Roy right now. My audience is not into the Hasselblad. So if you're going to get all techie, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to say, Roy, don't get techie on me. Tell me about the average guy out there. What do they need to know about that Z8? What do they need to know about that Z6? Okay? And don't try to be super smart. Be street level, because that's what I think is going to connect with people. They watch Gerald Undone, who could spit out stuff at 1,000 miles an hour, and they're going like, but what about this? And that's what I want to bring out, okay? The what about this? Something simplistic. Like Roy actually taught me whenever we get around to the Nikon, if I stand up again, okay? He taught me something I didn't know about the Nikon Z6. And it was a 7-year-old camera. And I would be talking like this, and it would not focus properly. And he said, no, you got to pick the wide area focus and limit it to one area. And then don't put your hands in front of your eyes. And you know, I did what Roy said, and it worked. God bless you, Roy. Okay? That's what he did. So Scotty says, I miss the telethons. I've tried to find reruns. Yeah, try to get more donations. I don't know if it's out there. So Sammy says, I am studying film. F-I-L-M is how you spell film. And I love it so much. Sammy, that is so much right up your alley. You're so intelligent, Sam. Okay? You've got a creative mind, and you've got an outlet. YouTube. So you are the complete package, Sam. Are you married? I want to marry you. No, I don't want to marry you. But, you know, you're appealing, okay? You're going to make content where in a few years you're going to be famous. They're going to want a Sammy. Sammy, Bo Sammy, Banana Nana, Bo. They're going to want one of his short films, okay? And that's because Sammy has the talent, the personality, and the capability. And now Sam is going to college to take that and expand it into something massive. Sammy's I'm gonna have to feed you to put weight on you because you're gonna be worth your weight in gold. So I gotta make you fat so I can get more money from you when I sell you by the pound. You're too skinny, Sam, okay? Eat. What did you have for dinner? Eat some more food. Okay, so he's studying film. Here's my buddy Randy. I love Randy too. I love him. I know of 2 cameras that I have gotten rid of. Well, that's a great conversation, right, Randy? The ZFC, but you didn't get rid of it. You just drove around and showed me horseless carriages. No, they weren't horseless. And a ZV-1 to a guy named Peter. I get what you're saying. So Randy's ZFC is here, okay? It's not in this set, it's in the kitchen. And the ZV-1 is here in my kitchen. Randy stocks me up. He really does. What a heart. You want to find the biggest heart in Texas? You look for Randy. No, don't look for him. He's all mine, okay? Randy belongs to me, okay? So, yes. To a guy named Peter, the reason of departing with these cameras is I wanted to see a variety of on his live streams. Randy blesses people left and right. Now, Randy does have a ZFC. I think he bought another one. And he's got the ZV-1 Mark II. That would be a really nice conversation, Randy, because it's a low price camera, and I think a lot more people could afford that. And I think they'd like to hear what you think of that camera without doing a sales job. People are not looking for, let me write that down, Randy. Randy. Okay, so he's got Nikon and Sony. Randy is well endowed, okay? That man has got cameras coming out the ears. So I could probably have 5 conversations with Randy, okay? I got you down, Randy. I got you down, buddy. What an amazing guy. Mark Sager, I have another convention in Vegas starting Tuesday, and you did great at our convention. Thank you. He's patting me on the back. I did lousy, but he's telling me I did good. Oh, so it's in Vegas. Is Mikey throwing it? What month are we in? We just started September. Today is the 1st. So that's awesome. Oh, I better keep track of the time. I can't walk over Sly. Okay. So he's not in Michigan. He's in Minnesota. The other Grand Rapids. Oh, Mark, you travel so much, dude, but that is a genuine mistake. I've done that many times. Okay. So Mark is in MINNISSIPPI. Wrong. Why am I looking there when the camera is there? I'm so trained to look over there that I can't get it into my thick skull that my sit-down camera is over there. Okay. Let's keep the ball rolling. So he's in Minnesota. And when he said that, I could just hear Aaron with that Minnesota accent. And he's handsome too. I forgot to add that. He's smart. He's talented. He cleans carpets. He knows his chemistry, and he's good looking too. Maybe I need to sell Aaron by the pound. I could make a fortune in here tonight. All these brains and brawn and beauty, and if I just put them on the market, okay, we'll raise the roof. We'll get the guys that painted the thing white instead of black, and make them get the roof higher. And they'll probably make the roof shorter. So I have to bow down to talk to you. Okay, so Mark says, I love the lens, by the way, that you recommended, and the channel has grown really well as of lately for us. I'm very happy to hear that. I love it when you guys are a success. So who am I watching? I'm watching a piano player named Peter Buka. I was attracted to him because he's got the same name as me. My name is Peter. And lo and behold, if I haven't found one of the best piano players I have ever heard. And you know what it is? The boy has flair. Okay? He's played from when he's younger. I think he's 22, 24 years old. and he's not a lightweight. I don't mean he's fat. I mean he's 24. He's at the top of his game. Guess how many subscribers that kid has? When he puts his fingers to the piano sings. That's what made me attracted, besides the name. Who is this Peter Buka? B-U-K-A, okay? Who is that guy? His name is Peter. I like that. Let's see, and he plays the piano. If you think I play the piano, you're mistaken, okay? But I do have a piano here. And I can play the piano at will, all right? So I found him, okay? And he has exploded in a way that I have never seen. I think he's got 1, 2, 5, 20 million subscribers, something crazy. And you look at the songs that he does, and for real, they are 5 million, 40 million views. This boy is set for life, okay? He's from Hungary. He's Hungarian. I'm not sure if he actually speaks English. And I binge watch him. He plays, no singing, no talking. He doesn't even know how to interact with an audience, okay? So he just opened a new channel. I think he got bored, and he's not saying that he's Peter Buka, okay? And I think he put up a video today or yesterday, and I think it's got 115 views. I'm thinking, like, he's got to be going like, what the hell? He's used to putting up a video and having 3 million views in 2 days, okay? And I can't tell you how good he is. He is really, really good. He makes the songs that he plays, even if I've never heard of them, come to life because his fingers fly on the piano. He's got that flair, okay? Like Liberace, all right? And no, he's not gay. He's got a girlfriend, okay? But he's modern. He just played Moonlight Sonata, Movement 3. Now, I don't know how sophisticated my audience is, but Movement 3, you know what Moonlight Sonata is? Dum-ta-dum, 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 tum-tum, okay? It's like bum-bum-bum, okay? Well, Movement 3 is one of the fastest songs you'll ever hear on the piano. All right, so look for look for Moonlight Sonata, number 3, by Peter Buka. He's in his underwear playing. No shirt. The guy works out. His chest is so big, I don't know if he can wear a shirt, okay? And then watch his playing. Oh my God, you'll be in heaven. Why did I bring that up? Because he became successful and never said a word, okay? So Mark Sager is starting to explode. And he's a carpet cleaner. He shows about cleaning heavy grease in restaurants and pee on the carpets at the house. And it's something interesting to watch, okay? Like landscapers that are doing the grass cutting. I love watching those guys. Okay, now Mark is doing it with carpet cleaning. Good for you. Okay, so let's get rolling here, Peter. Boy, can you talk. Funnel Fest. Hi, Funny. How you doing? Good to see you. Love you. I think I'm going to get up and walk around a little bit. So how do I do this? Okay, well, I can stand up right here and just walk to my desk. Okay. I'm back here. Hello. Okay, so now, oh, my foot fell asleep. Don't sit in the chair and cross your legs. All right, so Funny is here, and he's saying good evening. Hi, Peter. Oh, it's Ray. How you doing, Ray? I love you, Ray. How's things going tonight? I'm giving about 5% consideration to buy the Sony A7c Mark II, about 40% consideration to buying the Sony 6700. So you've been doing your homework. I'm proud of you, and I love you. And I don't agree with any of your choices, but it's not my money that we'll be spending, it's yours. So you need to buy what you think. I think the only camera that has actually taken a real step forward in camera world. Everybody's coming out with a Me Too camera. I want to make it bigger. I want to make it smaller. I want to put a fan in it. I don't want to put a fan in it. I want to give 4K 60. I'm going to give you a crop version. They're all the same. They all do the same stuff over and over. How about a camera that does something new and is aimed at people that want to make videos for Rumble or YouTube or wherever you want to put your videos? Mark, Sager, and everybody else, you need to not only have your YouTube channel, you need to get your feet wet into Rumble. Okay? Doesn't cost anything, and they do profit sharing just like YouTube. They're not as smooth as YouTube, okay? And they're not as big as YouTube. But that's where it's going. So why am I even mentioning that? Because YouTube is censoring people like me, okay? And you. And they're telling you how they're censoring it. So if I talk about COVID, and I say COVID-19 is doing this, and I'm going to say COVID-19 again, and I'm going to say vaccination, vaccinated, COVID-19, you come back and you're going to see that the first step is they're going to put a little banner underneath my video, okay? And starting in September, which we're in September now, okay? If you don't agree with the WHO, the World Health Organization, which is not a US-based, whatever you call it, institution. It's a global-based, okay? You have to agree with a global company or force, or you get censored by YouTube. So now it's not even the CDC or a United States institution. Now we have to go in accordance with the whatever the WHO says. It can be about vitamins. I talk about vitamins. I talk about oil of oregano. I talk about silver. Not silver that you buy and sell, the silver that you can wash a wound with. Okay? So if I say something that doesn't agree with it, they're rolling out a strict enforcement. And it's going to get stricter. And they laid it all out. Okay? Well, guess what? I don't like that. So what if I talk about COVID-19 and tell you about get vaccinated or don't get vaccinated? And their computers get that. And I say, don't get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated, don't get vaccinated. So I just went against the World Health Organization. Okay? Don't wear a mask in public, ever. Okay? I just went against it again. So guess what? They have sent notifications, and there's lots of YouTube channels that are reporting on this, so that they are going to censor you. Now, I don't care what the topic is. I care about being censored. That's not right. I'm in America, okay? And I hope a lawsuit lands YouTube smack on their ass, okay? And that is what I'm hoping for. Now, there is laws that need to be followed, okay? I'm not going to condone anything that's against children or murder. You know, there's just, you can't scream fire in a theater is what I'm trying to say. Well, those laws apply anyway, okay? Now they're trying to make all of the YouTube content creators, which the majority of them are based in the US, we have to conform with a world organization above the United States government, and they will censor us based on that. What if they do the same thing with, what's that popular, global warming? And in the United States positions on global warming no longer count. You have to go with the positions, and who does the global warming? I don't even know, okay? But whoever it is on the world stage, they're trying to shift to make the United States people conform to things outside the United States. Some of the stuff I agree with, some of the stuff I don't. But I do agree with one thing. I conform to the United States, okay? I don't conform to the Euro or Australia. No offense against you, Australia, or wherever the WHO is, World Health Organization. So all of you guys need to be slowly, quietly spreading your wings. So if there is bad shit that hits the fan, you're ready calmly to deal with it. Okay? And that's my advice. All right, it's 11:15. It's 15 minutes before Sly comes on. Okay, so I'm going to have to wind this up. I will go back and read the comments here, but I have to get ready and go over to Sly's show, which she starts at 11:30. All right, so you guys that don't know where Sly is, I'll find her. She was here at the beginning, right, guys? Hello, Sly, where are you? Well, let's go to the bottom. Nope, she didn't write a comment in there. She's preparing her show. Mark, I'm so happy to see you here tonight, honestly. And I don't know, I didn't see Mark MDM in Chicago. Oh, Mark, I have to run. Time for the puppies to go out. Okay, good night, Mark. Funnel Fest, funny, good to see you. Check out Jesus Molina, incredible piano player, young musician. I will. I love laying down. Okay, so let me find Sly. Where is she? Okay, I'm starting back at the top. Jim Monday, Scotty, Sammy, Mark. Sly's in here somewhere. There she is. Okay. All right, this is Sly. She starts at 11:30. She goes live, L-I-V-E, live, and I'm going to go over there. I'm one of the moderators, or maybe the only moderator. What else? Oh, I have something interesting to tell you, okay? This is going to be an introduction, a world introduction. It's no big deal. Don't get excited, all right? I started a blog. I started a joke that started the whole world laughing. I couldn't see that the joke was on me. Okay, I started a blog. How do you find it? Do you know my name? Peter Gregg? Go to petergregg.com, and I got a list of different places for you to go. I think it's number 2. So go to petergregg.com. I only have 2 blog posts there. But what I'm going to do with it is things that I want to say, like they just came out with the A7c, the A7c Mark II. Well, I got something to say about that, and I'll make a video about it. But I got something to say about the Olympus that we keep rotating back and forth to. Okay? Well, I'm not going to make a new video, but I want to write about it, so it's going to be at the blog post. And I might tell you I bought new socks. Who knows? It's a blog post. I get to go in there and tell you that I cooked a turkey today, and we're not even close to Thanksgiving. So if you want to follow me on my blog, I'm going to be making blog posts, and then eventually I'm going to do something where people can actually get on a mailing list so that when I do put up a new video or I do put up a new blog post or something, I can email them and tell them. But in the meantime, they could go over and look and see what my latest blog post is. So that was something new. So go to petergregg.com, 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 okay? Go to number 2, down on the bottom, all right? Number 1 is a better bounce card. Number 2 is Peter's new blog. And you can keep track of everything I want to write about. Cool? Cool beans? Okay. I can't think of anything else other than to say good night. I love you guys, and thank you. If it's a long weekend for you, God protect you, keep you. I cover you with the body and the blood of Jesus. And next Friday night at 10 o'clock, if God is willing and the creek didn't rise, let's meet here again. And now I can talk and walk around. I can come over to the Christmas room mic and I can sing jingle bells, jingle all the way it's not on. Or I could go to the story chair and turn on the Panasonic, or I can come up right up here. And when I stand here, I've got a plethora of cameras. I've got a Nikon and an Olympus. You're watching the Olympus now. What you think of it? It ain't half bad, is it? Okay. And there's a Sony over there. There's the Nikon over there. There's an Olympus over there. There's a Panasonic over there. We're very diverse. I can't think of anything else to say. So it's time to say goodnight. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. God willing, and the creek don't rise or the bridge isn't up. I use the bridge one. I will see you next Friday at 10. And other times in between. And I'll write quite a few blog posts this week. So if you want to hear what my fingers are saying, you can go over there, petergreg.com. It's in the list. It's in the list. Okay? Bye. See you at Slides.